All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. We are with Commonwealth gold medalist, World Athletics Championship silver medalist, and of course All Africa Games gold medalist. I'm talking about Blessing OKAGBARE, M.F.R. It's nice to welcome you at Megasports.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Blessing, the World Athletics Championship in Beijing, China, the All Africa Games out there that just gone by, and of course, what are we expecting from Blessing towards the 2016 Olympic Games?
You already know she's someone that has passion for what she does. That's Blessing OKAGBARE, and she's always striving to do the best. Even though sometimes things don't really happen the way she wants them to be, and the fans are a little disappointed. But I've always been there to actually do the best I can. There's no athlete that goes out and really wants to fail, and that is me. I'm extremely driven by passion, and that is what has actually kept me going. But I'm actually always, you guys should know, I'm always trying to do my best. That is the truth, to win the goal that I really can and to do to support the country and actually lift the country high.
All right, Blessing, the good, the bad, and the ugly, preparing for a major championship. How has it been? How's the challenge?
It's pretty tough, especially when you don't get much support. Well, at the end, you get a lot of criticism, and the people, they don't always see that even as much as we work hard to really do what we have to do, we don't get much support. And they just sit down and actually criticize. It's extremely disappointing, but with that being said, we do the best we can to actually, achieve these goals.
Okay, how do Blessing OKAGBARE cope without that major sponsorship coming from government? How do you cope before a major championship?
Sponsorship from government, you say? I can't really say much about that because we don't really get much. Like this year, we didn't even get any support at all to prepare for any competition. So that is like out of the way. That's the truth. But everything we do is just based on what, like I said, passion for what we do. I mean, I'm sponsored by Nike. Nike pays me to do what I do overall, and with that, I still do well. But the point is most of the time when we don't really get the support we get from the government or sponsorship, and we go at it to still compete, they still criticize us. So the thing is to just focus on what you have to do and achieve as an individual, and other things will follow.
All right, Blessing OKAGBARE, there were speculations in the media that you wanted at some point to dump your fatherland, Nigeria. How true is the story, Blessing?
I don't know about that, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I never read about that. And maybe it's just rumor, like you said, it was a rumor. So let it be a rumor, and rumors are always rumors because they're not true. So I never heard about that. There's no way I can actually dump Nigeria for another country because I'm a born bred of this country. I enjoy competing for them. It's a pride, and it's always been my pride to actually represent Nigeria.
All right, now, pretty well. Now, looking at the young ones coming up to look up to Blessing OKAGBARE, what would be your advice for them to be like Blessing OKAGBARE?
I would really say to them, like, the race is not really easy, and even the young ones that are out there, they could see certain things that I go through to actually be on top. So they should just keep their focus. Well, one thing I have to put in perspective is, like, you have to be driven by passion for what you do. If you don't have passion, trust me, you will actually stop halfway. So a lot of people that have had criticism and fall back and they don't win the medals that they want, they're depressed and everything. One of the things that actually bring them back to the same game is passion. It's passion. So that is extremely what I am really driven by, and I love what I do. I'm really encouraging them to actually stick to that passion because it's going to help them go a long way.
Okay, finally, Blessing, how do you cope now that you're married and when you were single, Blessing?
Oh, it's the same thing. My husband is someone, he did sport before, and you understand, we've been together 6 years in a row, 5 years before we got married, so making it 6 years. So he supports what I do. He's someone that actually allows me to do certain things, make my own decisions, and support the decisions. If they're good, he tells me go for it. If not, we tweak it a little and we actually go. So he understands what I do, and that is what you really need. If you have an understanding with someone, I think you guys can really succeed together, and that's what we do.
Okay, one more, Blessing. Just one last question. How do you expect the Nigeria Athletics Federation to prepare towards the Olympic Games, especially with the upcoming one?
The Nigeria Athletics Federation is not the only, athletics is not the only sport going to the Olympics. There's a lot of sport going to the Olympics. So I think the question should not be to the Athletic Federation. It has to be to the NSA, the National Sport Commission. So, and if that question you're asking me, they know what to do to prepare. They don't need an athlete to actually tell them, because for you to be an administrator of sport, you have done sport before and you understand what it takes for an athlete to actually succeed and win a medal. So they know. They don't really need me to tell them. I've been talking for a very long time. Thank you.
All right, Blessing OKAGBARE, M.F.R. We thank you so much for speaking to us on Megasports.
Thank you for having me.
Was Nigeria's queen of the track, Blessing OKAGBARE, M.F.R, speaking to us exclusively in that wonderful